it's like, are you trusting it to jump up again? And if it does jump up again, I'm going to be taking a lot. I'm hoping that it's going to jump up again, and then I'm going to take profits on a lot of my coins once it reaches right here. That's my game plan. I'm holding on, and I'm going to take a lot of profits once it comes here. Okay, guys. So on December 6th, I came out saying that I went ahead and I bought all of the different cryptocurrencies, including Ethereum, Engine, and all these other ones. And then what you just saw was on December 19th, I said that the cryptocurrency market was going to come back up to 1.4 trillion. And then that's where I'm going to take my profits on all of the trades that I took on December 4th. And if we go back into the chart, you could see that it worked out perfectly. The entire cryptocurrency market cap went up drastically. All the coins pumped up from when we actually bought it. And now they're all on the way down after we took our profits. This happened with the total crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin, and also on the crypto market cap with Bitcoin. This is why I use the total market cap to help gauge where I'm going to buy and sell a lot of my different cryptocurrencies. Over the last couple days, things have dropped drastically. If you look at Bitcoin, dropped drastically from the key level right there of 5,200. Yeah, this was the chart, literally called the top. Ethereum, I believe right here this was the first buy, sold 20% up here, sold another 20% up here, and that was that. So yeah, this was all available in the VIP room, in the alert signals, in the ideal buy zones. So if you're not a part of the VIP, I would probably join that. If not, I post a whole bunch of stuff on my Twitter and on my TikTok. And you can see on my Twitter from December 18th, I did say when we get the bounce to 52K, that's when I will be taking I will be de-risking, taking a lot of profits. So yeah, I posted that on YouTube, on Twitter, on TikTok. So definitely follow me if you're not following me there. And I will continue to update you guys with what I am doing along the way. All right, guys. So now that is out of the way, I'm going to start the market scan for December 30th. 2021. It is a Thursday right now. It just is becoming a Thursday. Like I mentioned right here, you could pause this, but it basically says that I use 3 commas for all of my trades, and you could click this link, which is in the description, to sign up to 3 commas. It's really the best thing I've ever done, and you can read the rest of this if you want to know more about the VIP. So I'm going to go down. One of the first things that I do now, I'm always every time I learn something, I add it to my analysis, right? So Glassnode is a market analysis, not software, but a company that basically, talks about the markets and stuff like that. So I like to watch these videos before I do the stream. There has not been a weekly on-chain analysis report for this particular week. So I'm just going to, do it on my own. I guess there was this, so give me 1 second. Let me watch this, and I'll let you know if I see anything, of value in this. Okay, so I guess the very interesting thing that just happened, or that I just witnessed, is that this right here has been the market for Bitcoin from January all the way to December. So it's basically the entire market, and you can see it's pretty much been sideways. It's been up, it's been down, it's been up, and it's been down. But overall, it's been basically between 30,000 and 69,000. Really 30 and 65, but whatever. That's only a few $1,000s difference. And so it hasn't been this meteoric rise like what was in 2017 and even 2016, going from $100 to $1,000 and $1,000 to $20,000, just really, really straight up. This has literally been, it's up 70%, it's not up 2,000% or anything like that, or 20,000%. It's only up 70%, which is not really that much in terms of crypto. But if we go all the way to over here, this right here shows that the total supply held by long-term holders from January, since January 1st up until now, has gone up drastically, while the total supply held by short-term holders has gone down. So really, this entire year, 2021, has been a consolidation period of Bitcoin that has seen a redistribution of Bitcoins into those long-term holders that have patience and really believe in it. Like, what do you know? Like usual. So just goes to show that the people who have the conviction, who are the longer term thinkers, the longer term holders, those people are the ones that have accumulated way more Bitcoin over the last year. Okay, so the next thing that it was sort of interesting was the fact that the futures volume has risen pretty drastically, but the actual regular volume has not. So we're basically trading at the same amount, like the same amount of volume is trading from the beginning of the year to now. However, the volume of futures trading is more than double. So that just goes to show you that it's almost like it's another thing of consolidation in terms of spot and like real Bitcoin and real cryptocurrency. And it's basically a long consolidation. Basically what this is saying is that it is a long consolidation. And the last time there was a super long consolidation, that was like 2019 and 2020. And then there was a huge breakout to the upside after that long consolidation. So fingers crossed that happens again. I doubt that we're going to get a large consolidation followed by a huge downward movement. I don't know. It seems like it's more incentivized to go up than down at this point, because obviously the people who are the long-term holders have a lot more than the newcomers, and the newcomers are pretty flushed out. But I do believe that we are probably going to be going down. So let's look at the actual, charts and figure this out. All right. So first things up is the Pi cycle top indicator. This is really just a top indicator. It is not a bottom indicator. Obviously, the top indicator already went off at the top, and it has not. Well, it didn't go off at this top. It went off at the top, at the previous top back in April, not the one in September/November. So I was really hoping that it would come back up and cross over again, and then do one more crossover like what happened over here. I don't know if that's going to happen, but obviously this is only for the top, so we got to exit out of that. It doesn't really matter. This one right here, confidence, we are at the peak, 50% on December 30th, the CBBI, so this doesn't really this is not telling you anything. This is just a whole bunch of different indicators put together to see whether or not we're at the top. Obviously, it's in the middle. If it was all the way up here, like this was, or this was, or this was, then I'd be like, okay, time to take profits. It didn't even reach close to up there. It was only at 76 when we hit the top. So normally it's at 100 or 95 or above. So that was a little weird how, we got the top at 76 instead of at least 90. I would think it would be at least 90, but it is what it is. All of these indicators are just tools that you could use to help you formulate a picture. That's why I use a whole bunch of them, because it's like you want to have multiple indicators to help you come up with a decision. So there's this one, it's in the middle of nowhere, so you can't really do anything. This is and then we have the MVRV score. Yes, this is down here. Once again, if it's up here, you want to sell. If it's down here, you want to buy. So this doesn't really tell you anything as well. What about the R-HODL ratio? The R-HODL ratio is or has been moving up. And this is once again, this is the big picture stuff. I like to do this for the big picture stuff, because if it does come up to these big picture things, then it's like, okay, you really gotta know. And 99% of the time, it's not going to be there. But once it is there, that's when you need to that's when the biggest decisions come in trading and investing. We have the Bitcoin rainbow chart. We're actually still in the hodl ratio, which is sort of crazy. We're not even in the still cheap. But yeah, just like everything else, doesn't really tell you much. Then we have the crypto fear and greed index. It's at 22. For me, like I always say, under 15 is an automatic buy. Over 75 is an automatic, over 80 or 85 is an automatic sell, something like that. And this is neither, so nothing really there. And then we have the funding rates. Let me get rid of this ad right here. There you go. Okay, now it's up. Okay, a lot of these are negative, which is good, but I have no idea. Honestly, at this point, I have no idea why any of them would be positive. This doesn't really tell you that much either, if we're being honest. So, okay, none of the big picture stuff tells you pretty much anything. Okay, so first things first, let's start off on the total market cap on the monthly. As you can see, since basically June of 2020, the total market cap of all of cryptocurrencies has gone up insanely, from literally $250 billion to $2 trillion. Basically, let's just say 2.5 trillion. So what is that, a 10x or something like that? It's just gone up insane, right? We had that dip back in the summer, and then it obviously came up again drastically. And now we had this doji candle, this indecision candle, and then it dropped. This is not good. I don't like to see this following this, because this is like, okay, what's the market going to do? Boom, okay, the market's going to go down, and then usually there's another candle of the same, of whatever this is. If this is green, there's usually another green candle. If this is red, there's usually another red candle. So it's red, so there's probably going to be another red candle in January, but I'm not, okay, I take that back. I have no idea, because January is usually a really green month. It's just like, look at this, look at the monthly RSI, look at the monthly MACD. It's just not good at all. What's the Stotch, RSI look like? It just doesn't look good. It's very bearish. If we go down, but this is crypto, and you can't really take the monthly into consideration. You have to you have to start on the weekly. The monthly, it works, but like very, very, very little does it work. On the monthly, we have this one thing right here, which is like the previous monthly close. So I do like how it closes above here, but like the monthly, who uses the monthly? No one. So let's go down to the weekly. Obviously, the weekly is looking a little bit better, I suppose, with the things like the indicators in the oversold territories. I'm still not totally convinced, though. It is above, like I said, the previous monthly closed, and we did get a rejection off of this resistance. I explained this, this was what I was doing in the beginning of the video anyway, so that's fine. Totally got that this was going to happen. And I don't really like the way that this is. However, on the daily is not too bad, to be honest. I do expect a move up today. I definitely expect a move up today. But I do not believe that this will last a long time. I believe this will be short-lived, and then I believe that we will see the market come back down. And honestly, I really just think that the market's going to come back down and come back into this $1.9 trillion area. I believe that this is really the area that is the floor of crypto at this point. I just don't see it coming back below $1.87 trillion after everything that has happened. Maybe 1 trillion possibly, but let's see. I mean, this will be such a large amount of money leaving the market if it comes down here. Anything's possible, though. We could why not see it come all the way back down to 1.2 trillion? You never know. That's why I like to just play these things level to level right now. But let me just do a little bit more analysis on this and see if I can come up with anything. Okay, honestly, just looking at this is it. Like, we had this peak, and then we had this fake out, and now we have this peak. This really should be right there. And this, now we know it has come down. So it's just, what are you supposed to do after this? We're at this support. We're at the midline support. So the real support is at 1.9 trillion, and then the top is at 2.4. So we're in this range, and we're right in the middle at that midline support. So if we break and we close below here, that's going to be pretty damn bad. But on the daily time frame, you could see that everything is basically oversold right now and things are looking up. So I think it's going to be a green day today, but the 31st, I do believe it's going to be a red day, especially because there is something that's happening with Binance. If you did not see this already, Binance is going to halt Chinese trading on the 31st. It says December 31st of this year, mainland China users will have their accounts switched to withdrawal only mode for Binance. So that's really bad for the crypto market, and that's why I'm being very cautious. And I've been taking profits. I took most of my profits right here. I'm going to continue to take profits. So there's that, and that's the total crypto market cap. Let's see if everything else excluding Bitcoin, what happens there. Same exact thing, pretty much. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. And okay, this is actually more worrisome, to be honest, because look at this. Right here, this is right here is the support area for this. And we are not there yet. So this spells bad news for alts, in my opinion. I think that maybe alts will have a little bit of a bounce up, but ultimately most of them will come back down, and I want to see them come back down, and I want to see the $1.21 trillion altcoin market, and that's when I will buy some right here, but I'll be a little cautious. If I see it come back down to 1.026 right here, this is the 61.8 of this entire move up. That's when I will go heavy into alts. That's what I will really love to go super heavy into alts. Let's just go into the weekly and just see if there's anything that I could check out right here. And from the bottom to the top, 61. Yeah, no, this is the 61.8, and you can see on the weekly this is major support right here as well. So yeah, I'll buy some here to make the play of buying and selling, and being cautious. And then once it comes back down here, I'll buy a lot. I will buy a lot. I'll be very aggressive if it happens to come down here. That's the game plan for the Bitcoin alts. Let's look at the Bitcoin dominance, or I guess let's look at altcoin dominance first, because that's usually a good indicator. And this is something that I posted all over the place a couple days ago, which is why I sold, which is basically right here, which is that we'll most likely retrace. We've hit this level 10 times now. How many times have we hit this level? I guess the weekly was the way to go, but we've continually hit it 1, 2, and now we're on our third time that we've hit it. We even hit it back here, so I should really take this and bring it all the way back. I should probably bring it back right there. And so this is looking like it's going to come back down. And when alt dominance comes down, the market falls, right? So this is where you want to go into stables, is when the market is up here, because unless the only way that the prices will move up is if we have a super cycle. Do you really think we're going to have a super cycle right now and move up here? No, we're probably going to come down to here first, and then wash everyone who's still in the market out, and then we'll probably have a bounce. So this is what I'm thinking for altcoin dominance right now, and alts in general. Okay, so let's move away from the dominance levels and the total market cap and look at the actual charts now. So this is Bitcoin. Once again, I was like, dude, if it comes back up to 52K, just like I showed you in the beginning, I'm taking profits. So I did. And now, of course, yeah, we're at this really nice support level right here. And the RSI is moving up. The MACD looks terrible, but maybe it'll form an M. So you just don't know. But, how far up is it going to go? I believe that Bitcoin will reach 48,500 and 30 probably. Let's say that Bitcoin will reach this level right here. Where's my little magnet tool? It'll probably reach, let's say 48,000. I believe it'll go to 48,000, get rejected, and then probably fall back to this area. How many times have we seen a wick on any crypto? You know, all the cryptos, it comes back down, it goes like this, does some bullshit, and then ends up falling back down, and then goes like this, and then comes right down, right below the wick, maybe for 1 or 2 days, if that, and then comes back up and then rallies, you know, liquidates everyone who put their stop below the wick, and then rallies up. We've seen that time and time and time again. So that's what I'm assuming will happen. Okay, so let's move on to Ethereum at this point. Let's start off on the weekly, and you can see on the weekly that it looks like crap. We got from the diagonal, it broke down, below it, pumped back up, retouched it, and then dropped, which makes sense. Also, if you take the Fibonacci from this move up, bottom to top, 61.8, you can see that bottom to top, and it came down, tapped the 61.8. This is where we got in, and then originally, and then sold 20%, and then had another 20% sell up here. So I always put, you know, this will be the weekly top. So that's obviously a huge resistance right there. So we're gonna put that there and turn this red for the resistance. And now we're in the support. So that's the resistance. And then for Ethereum, this right here is the weekly close. So if it's above the weekly close, then that's good. If it's below the weekly close, then that's bad. And doesn't this look familiar? Where did we see this before? Where did we see this before? You know, I don't know if this is going to be here or if this is it already. Personally, I don't trust it to come all the way back up to the weekly close. However, this would make the most sense. This would definitely make the most sense that the price pumps back up to 38, maybe 3,900, and then drops right back down to the 61.8. So yeah, this looks really clean to me. Like, we're going to see this price move up here and then fall back down to the 61.8. After that happens, I think that we're going to see not the 61.8 of this move, but the 61.8 of this move be reached, which will put Ethereum just above 3,000 at this particular level right here. So let's change that to green, and we're good to go. Okay, so basically, if you take Ethereum and you take the Fibonacci from the bottom to the top, and you go a little bit like this, you'll eventually get the 61.8 at just around $3,000. However, I would be in at 3,200. I would not wait until 3,000, even though that is a great area. I would rather do it from, from this bottom to this top, because this already was sort of shown to be pretty relevant in the terms of it hit the 38.2 plenty of times, dropped down to just above the 61.8, and then dropped to the 50%. So I'd probably use this, but I wouldn't use a 61.8. I would use a 78.6. So I have an alert in right here at just above 3,200 to grab some ETH, and this is where I'm going to be going heavy into ETH, because it's probably going to pop back up, hit the resistance at 3,700, 3,800, 3,900. This is all resistance. All of this is resistance. And then I'm thinking it's going to come back down and probably, let me just, I don't know, do this, boom, and probably come back down, maybe go back up, and then do something like that, and then fall to around here. Because if you look, let's look at the weekly again, and just go like this. Look at the weekly again. I mean, this is front running. This is the real, like right here is the real support, but I want to get in before then because I do have faith that 2022 will be a good year for crypto. And so I want to be in. And at that time, Ethereum would be, if we use the little tool right here, 33% from the top, which is standard, a standard drop, 33%. Seen it plenty times. Let's see what this one was. This one was 60%. So heck, maybe, I mean, geez, man, even if it's 60% from the top, let's take this Fibonacci and see if 60%, I mean, 40% is 3,000. Damn, maybe I should get in a little bit lower. I think that would be fine right over there. But yeah, 60% is the 88 Fibonacci, which lines up with this right here, this huge support. This is some pretty big support, so I guess I should put this right here. Boom, that is a huge support. So I will throw this down like this. If it comes down here, like, you know, I'll just say if it reaches here, just go all in and hodl. Like, don't even trade. Just go all in and hodl. It'll, because you want to wait and just buy it and just wait, because that's such a good price if you get in here at just about $2,000. And you know, that would be coming into the weekly EMAs as well. So if that happens, then that's great. However, before that happens, this whole area is going to be support. So 3,200 is going to be my initial. I'm going to start buying at 3,200 just because I think that, I mean, there is support here, and I will play it level by level, but I'm definitely going to buy some here. So that's my game plan for ETH. And you know what? I think that's going to be it for this video. It's going to be pretty long. I've given you my analysis. I mean, honestly, if you've been following me for a while now, you would have known that I've been taking my profits constantly, like take profit on the move up, take profit. And now it's like we're coming down. So I've been 50% in stables plus for a while now. And I'm sort of just chilling. Like, I am comfortable waiting until we see some momentum in the market. I don't want to give back 80%, or I don't want to give back more than, say, 30% of my gains, 30-40% of my gains, like, that I've made since I've been in it from the beginning of the bull market, you know? And you really just want to stick with it. You want to protect your capital as much as possible and go in when it's pretty obvious. Like right now to me, because of the Bitcoin, because of the dominance levels, because dominance being all the way up here, and because the total market cap, especially like this, like boom, 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 and coming down, like this makes me worried. This makes me like think, oh no, like there's a possibility of us going down. So like, why not just wait and then wait until the probabilities are in your favor? And like, you know, if like down here, like this level right here, this level right here, this level right here, like this was a huge, like this, even right here, you take the Fibonacci from the bottom to the top, right? And the 38.2, like get in at the 38.2, get in at the previous support. You know, get in at the EMAs. Like, don't get in at the resistance. You know, it just doesn't make sense, even though we are pushing up against it. And like, technically, sometimes when you push up against it so many times, it pumps up. But I could totally see, like, look what happened before. Like, boom, like this happened before, and it's probably gonna happen again. I mean, we got all the new liquidity from Thanksgiving and from Christmas, pumping the markets and being the exit liquidity for the whales. So, you know, just be careful out there. I'm probably gonna, you know, and I mean, shoot, I have for quant, I have my sell at 220, 224, but I might want to move that down a little bit now. I'll probably move it down here because who knows? Like, who knows what's going to happen? So there's just all I'm saying is be careful and get in at the obvious areas to get in. Like, don't force trades and stuff like that. And if everything pumps January 1st and shit goes all the way to the moon, like, oh my God, no way, you missed out. Like, whatever. I'm comfortable missing out. I would much rather be safe than sorry. I am a risk manager. I'm not a gambler. So I want to get in when things don't look bad enough for me to want to get in. Like, I don't see a capitulation yet. I don't see like this candle right here is a capitulation candle. A 40% candle, that's a capitulation candle. That's when everyone is just like, holy crap, like the market is dead. Even on December 4th, remember December 4th, like how I showed you in the beginning of the video, how I was like buy on the 6th. Yeah, this was a capitulation candle, 30%, 40%. Like, that's when you buy. This is all just sort of like consolidation underneath a resistance, which usually is good, but given, like I said, given the total market cap and the dominance levels, it's not good in my opinion. Oh, one more thing I forgot to do is ETH against Bitcoin. So let's just look at that really quickly. Look at the weekly chart. This was the major resistance. This was the 61.8 resistance right here. Came up beautifully, tagged it once, tagged it twice, on its way back down. So, is Ethereum going to outperform Bitcoin? I highly doubt it right now. It looks like it's on its way back down. And to be honest, I probably wouldn't even use that diagonal. I would use the Fibonacci from right here to right here. And once Ethereum against Bitcoin hits this area, this is where I will go convert my Bitcoin back into Ethereum. This is where I think Ethereum will start to outperform Bitcoin, hopefully. So, yeah, that's it. That's going to be the whole thing. Hope you guys are safe out there. Hope you guys secured some profits. And you know what? If you haven't, don't worry. This shit takes a while to get a hold of and to get your mentality around it. But yeah, just stick with it. And once the next bull market comes, like, if you stick with it, even if it takes months or a year or whatever, however long it takes, this is the freaking future. The metaverse is the future. Gaming and crypto gaming is the future. The VR is the future. DeFi is the future. It's all the future. Crypto is the future. It's here. It's so blatantly obvious. So just stick with it, and you'll eventually get there. Just try to learn and educate as many people as possible, and maybe find other sources of income as well, so you keep on putting into fundamentally sound projects, and you'll be so solid. So keep on stacking those sats, and I'll talk to you in the next update. I'll talk to you soon. All right, later.